we're gonna start things off with a big game that happened on Sunday night. It's between a striving team that's been making some noise this year in the NFC, and that's the Eagles, and then we got a team that's got some struggles that they're dealing with in the Packers. What was your biggest takeaway from that game, and do you think that it's time for the Packers to make a move at the quarterback position?
I don't think it's time for the Packers to, move from Aaron Rodgers because of the caliber of quarterback that he has, and everybody has seen him be and known him to be. So I definitely don't think it's time to switch the quarterback position because he's definitely one of the best that we've all seen. And it is some bright spots with Jordan Love, but I think he still needs a lot of grooming, and he can look at a great Aaron Rodgers and continue to learn from him. So when it's his time, then he can go out and perform. And as for the Eagles, they do what they do and they just keep winning. So, like I said, I popped on the Eagle bandwagon, and I think that can be a real contender and, have one of the best shots to win it all. So, how you feel about the situation?
From the Packers side, I feel like it is kind of time for them to make a change at the quarterback position, just because it seems like we're at a point where with Aaron Rodgers, where the situation is not going to get any better, and why not give your young quarterback a chance to go through all of these, progression and like growth during a time where it's still some meaningful football left to be played, but just it's not a whole lot of pressure on him. He could still just go in, finish the season. And if they are thinking about moving on from Aaron Rodgers, they could just move on and it'd be a seamless transition versus having to just throw him in at the start of next season and you never know what he really is. So, because from the game yesterday, or not game yesterday, game Sunday, it was just like he was making good plays and Aaron Rodgers comes out about the beginning or the end of the third quarter, I believe, and he comes in and it's seamless transition. Like they score a touchdown and the announcers are like, "Whoa!" Like it's still a game going on. So I think he's a good talent and talented enough for them to still keep competing. What you
All
think?
right. I think, I see what the point you're making. I feel like if like playoff contention is over with, which it probably is for them, then they can give him the reins right now for the rest of the season. But as for next season, I'm thinking you got to keep Rodgers because you're not gonna get a upgrade in Jordan Love if you just sit Aaron Rodgers down or look to move him. Which I think the trading option would probably be better if they want to just go ahead and play Love, but you go lose the great, and I don't think the fans would like that. I just think they need to go ahead and continue to build around Aaron Rodgers and help him while he's there because he's still an elite quarterback and he just need his weapons. Like he had a big loss and drop off with the receivers. So he throwing to Lazard and rookies and Watson. So he don't got all the things he needs to succeed. So I don't think he's in the best position right now. So if they give him what he needs, then he could perform better, and you go see the team just go up. So, but in this situation, I think it's nothing wrong with just go ahead and letting Jordan Love play because the season over, and might as well just save Aaron Rodgers up, make sure he don't get hurt in any setbacks for the next season. So I'm in agreement with you on that. So just go ahead and let the boy play. Let him see what he can make, if he can make some mistakes. So that's what I see about that.
I feel like I kind of disagree with one of your points though about the fact that the fans would be mad about changing the quarterbacks because I feel like the fan base they kind of growing tired with some of the things that come with having Aaron Rodgers as your starting quarterback. Going into the season, it was some optimism that it would be a good season, and then like a couple weeks into the season, he was having bad games, and even Lil Wayne, one of the biggest Packer fans out there, he was like, "We should have got rid of 12 when the season before the season even started." So I think I think it's time for a move to be made. I just don't know. We don't know if Jordan Love is the answer yet because we haven't seen enough yet. But I mean, maybe we will.
I mean, fans is wishy washy, bro. Like Lil Wayne, he did that, and then 2 games later, he back on Aaron Rodgers' side with it. And then say they do trade Aaron Rodgers somewhere else, and he go back to being the quarterback that he is, then they gonna be upset. So we'll pick y'all poison. If y'all want to do that, you just stick with your boy, or ship him off, and you gonna be upset either way it goes. So I feel like you can't let a talent like that go, and you gotta rock with him through the hard times. They back in rebuild mode right now. So, but he don't want to be back in that. So I understand from his point of view, he probably frustrated right now because he's not getting all the everything that he deserves right now. So it's hard right now for him. So if I'm in his position, I probably want to leave because I want to be in a better position to win.
Well, sticking in the same division, looking at a player who the team is not looking to move on from at all. Justin Jefferson is having a crazy season. Is he wide receiver one in the league right now?
I had to say yes, man. That boy Jay Jettas is just nobody that's on his level right now. Like he definitely is standing out from everybody in the league, and the closest person next to him will be Tyreek Hill or Devontae. I mean, I keep saying Devontae, Stephon Diggs. So yeah, I definitely think he wide receiver one right now, and it just goes to show all the work that he's been putting in the off season, and them get a new coordinator in the pass heavy game plan. I love it for him. I just think he finally getting the love he deserved because even at LSU he was always second fiddle to Jamar Chase, even though there was like a three-headed monster, but like everybody always put him like number two. So I'm happy for him. I'm grateful that he getting all the love that he always deserves. So how you feel?
I'd have to agree with you. Over these past couple games, I've really been watching them closely just because of all the crazy catches that he's been making, and just I've been really wanting to pay attention on that offense. And the main thing that I noticed about his game that I really love is that he's a lot tougher than he gets a lot of credit for because he makes some catches that like he knows the hit is coming. Like
Yes,
Kirk Cousins puts him in a position where it's like you catch it, but you might have to take a big hit. And I think that's the biggest thing that I would say impresses me about him because like he's not really big in stature. So like the fact that he's holding on to these great catches is one thing, but like just his hands is another thing. Like seeing that he can bring it down too. So like that's oppressive to me. But every time I think about the fact that he went to LSU, it just makes me more happier.
yeah, man. He definitely got them stickums in them hands, man. And another thing that I think makes him wide receiver one is that he knows that the defense they scheming against him, like just try to take him out the game and just to constantly go out there and perform, knowing you go get all the attention and go get everybody following you and still go out there and put the same numbers up and get open. That's amazing, bro. Like he at the top of the top, man. Elite going against the best elite people every week, bro. It just showing like, and then his peers they respect him too. Like they know they got to come with it when they play him. So they know they got to bring his best. I bring their best because he definitely go bring his best, man. And his best is great. So I want bro to keep going and keep doing what he's doing, man. Keep gritting because everybody love that thing, man. Feel me? But after him, time for the best part of the show, man. We got a special player coming back this week, man. First game back from suspension, Deshaun Watson playing them Texans this week, man. How you feeling? I know you're a little scared over there.
We're not scared at all. We got nothing to play for in this situation. But I will say that he better bring his best game because the fans gonna bring their best game. They're gonna be booing him from the rafters down because it's been a lot of emotions going on. It's been a rough season for us. This is probably our biggest game of the year just because we got something to actually play for. I know I just contradicted myself, but I'm more so talking about the fans. They got something to be energized about, and that's to boo him out the building because we were with him through all the tough times when he was here with us. And now it's like it's coming back full circle. He wanted to trade from us. He didn't get it. And now he's gotten it. And it's kind of left us in a situation where we're trying to rebuild. And I think it comes a point where the fans got to let that out. And I think they're going to let that out in this game. And he's going to have to overcome that, I think.
You done?
Actually, no, I'm not. So one more thing I gotta say is if he don't perform well, I don't think it'll be the end of the world. I just think that this is a big game for him to be coming back to. If I was a coach, I probably wouldn't have even played him in this game just because it could be a very bad thing for his morale if he goes out there and has a bad game against this team. That's my last thing. You can have it.
All right. Now I disagree with you on that last point because like you said, this is his first game back, so he a little rusty, man. He gotta shake the rust off. So it's gonna be some throws that, he should make that. He probably won't. And then they got all the people in his head. He got to hear all the boos and all the bad stuff out there. I know the fans gonna be saying to him all the disrespectful stuff, all the below the belt, and he got to deal with all. Look, you enjoying this? You love it. You love it, man. It's kind of it's sad because he gave so much to the city of Houston, man. He gave so much energy and so many wins. Even with the short time that he was there, he had to deal with all the Bill O'Brien miss, and breaking up the team, messing up the whole team, getting them back to what the caliber that they was. So I definitely think he gonna go out there, and I ain't gonna say he probably gonna play the best game, but I for sure I'm not gonna be surprised if he come out there and just shoot the lights out, and because this one of the games, like I know he had a circle on his calendar, like the first game back from suspension, like he free now, like to do what he want, and then it's against the team that he wanted to trade from. So I know he still got a lot of love for Houston, but it's also in the back of his mind he got a lot of hate too because they put him in this situation in a way, not from in certain situations, but it's a lot of animosity on all sides, and I'm sure he got some emotion that he would like to let out too versus the fans. So I think you go see a very passionate Deshaun Watson on Sunday, and I can't wait. I can't wait for it, man. I just wish he go out there and we see the old Deshaun Watson of the past, and I want him to get back to that standard top 5 quarterback in the league because before all the mess and all the drama he was in, man, he was one of the best to ever do it, and one of the best young rising quarterbacks, and it's hard. We ain't seen a quarterback like him in a minute, and just to see that was a great sight. And then speaking from a fan point of view, man, we was blessed with him and with just the team we had. But now I see everybody in their own roles and seeing the individual players go out to these different teams and just perform. I just want to see them do good too as well because as a former Texas fan, I want to see all my players do well. So Deshaun, expecting a lot of out there on Sunday. Go out there and prove them wrong, man. Do your thing.
I mean, but for the sake of my Texans, I hope that he does horrible. Not nothing against him. I just hope he does bad so my team can win because we desperately need one. Saints not looking too hot this year. It's been an up and down season for them. I know, I wish John was here to talk about this, but what do you think about the Saints so far? I mean, this is just getting to a point where it's almost unwatchable. So what do you think?
Definitely unwatchable for me because I don't turn them boys on no more. I promise I don't. And I wish John was here to give his point of view because I was talking with him, man. He just sounded so disappointed. Like I want to give my boy a hug, man. It was just like he said, I know we trash, bro. Like that's John saying that, bro. Like
Right.
he loved them boys, man. So hearing that kind of like just broke me, cause like dang, like you finally realized, huh? Cause like they these them Saints fans just be delusional, they think they go to the Super Bowl area, but just to finally him like come to realization that we not good. We suck. We suck. It just yeah, man. It was a great sight to see for me. I'm happy. I'm happy he finally realized. But for them Saints, man, yeah. Y'all got to go ahead and chalk it up, man. Go ahead, lay some cleats back up, man, because it's over with. Go ahead, get you the vacation spots ready for off season, and then get the training club. Yeah, y'all ain't going nowhere, my boy. So, who that? How you feel about that? How you feel, Brax?
I think, man, I was looking at the game against the 49ers. I seen that it's the first time that they've been shut out since like 2001. Like, it's just their offense. As soon as they would get a drive going, Kamara, he fumbled like twice last weekend. I just don't know what direction they need to go in. First of all, like at the quarterback position, I mean, you got a lot of questions there, but I don't think that's the main thing that they need to fix. I think they just need to fix everything as a whole. Like, it's been a lot of questions about who's gonna start and who that, but that's not the biggest thing that they need to fix. Like, they just need to fix all around talent. Like, it's just a bad team. So I think putting it on the quarterbacks is not good. But I do think, maybe down the line some players can develop and they can rebound from these bad seasons that they've been having. But I mean, I don't know. I ain't got hope for them. I feel bad for John, like you said, man. I didn't know he was talking like that, man. It's just bad.
Yeah, man. If y'all see John Colar, man, just give my boy a good hug, man.
Yeah.
Good hug. He need it. And every Saints fan need it. So you see a Saints fan now? Kick him. Nah, I'm playing. Man, they need a couple right now. But we're gonna take a break right now, and after this, we'll be right back.
It's a lot of teams that, in the NBA, it's one day you look at them and they look good. The next day they look bad. So what teams do you think are surprising you the most, or what teams do you feel like are the scariest?
All right, I'm gonna start by the surprises. I feel like don't get on me. But Sacramento has been very surprising to me. I didn't expect them to go on the kind of run that they did, but they got their boy Fox over there, and they got my boy Malik Monk. They got the Kentucky boy back together. So it's exciting to see, them. Well, Fox playing at this level. I think he's very underrated, and he definitely should be an All-Star this year. No questions about it. So I definitely think they're one of my biggest surprises, as well as Utah. But they have been losing of late, so I think it's back to the regular old team that we used to seeing without Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. So now, all right, we can get your surprising teams first before I give you my scariest teams.
So I'd agree with you on the Kings. They have been shooting the ball lights out and beating teams that I wouldn't have picked them to lose. I mean, I wouldn't have picked them to beat ahead of the season. Another team that's surprising me, I would say, I'd say the Pelicans, just because even though I figured they would be playing as good, they have a tendency to show us that, they kind of below the mean and they're not really a team to be looking out for. But as it currently stands, they sit in about third in the West. So, I mean, that's a surprise in itself. But let's see who your scariest teams now.
Before I give my scariest team, I think the Pelicans, they actually I had them as one of my scariest teams, whether you think or not. Just because if they all play together and at their potential, then I think they could give anybody a run for their money, if I'm being honest, because the defense is there for sure, and they have the boy Zion Williamson, and he could put the ball in the bucket. And then you got CJ and you got BI that's, are professional scorers. And if they all get in the bucket, man, it's gonna be very hard to stop because when BI and Zion have the land and the Zion got the power to do whatever they want with the ball, and CJ just so crafty. So I definitely think it's gonna be hard for them to stop them from scoring. And then if they lock in on defense, then I think they can surprise a lot of teams in the playoffs and make a real run. But for the scariest teams, I definitely got to go with them Celtics, man. They look great even without Jaylen Brown right now. Everybody looks so in tune, and then Jason Tatum is playing at an all-time clip right now, But we're accustomed to seeing that, so I wouldn't say I'm surprised. So I expect that from them. Another scary team, the Bucks is per usual, Giannis, scary himself. But when they all clicking, it's hard to beat. I like Cleveland. Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell pickup, that was a great addition to them. They another team that's locked in defensively, and they got the craftiness of Darius Garland, and they have great role players, man. I just think they all come together. The team's gonna be very tough to beat. Let me hear some of your scariest teams in the league.
You just took one of mine. Cleveland Cavaliers is definitely one of my scariest teams in the league. I feel like in a 7-game series, I would like to have Donovan Mitchell and the supporting cast around him that he has in Cleveland right now against probably anyone in the East and see what that would look like. I think any played in the Eastern Conference, that would be a tough series, and it would probably go the distance, probably 7 games, because of all the talent that they have. Another team that I would say is pretty scary is the Indiana Pacers, and I think you know this more than anybody, just based off what they did to y'all last night. But yeah, I mean, I think They're one of them teams where it's like you think you just gonna walk into the building and it's the Pacers, they're gonna roll over, and then they just come back and come back from a 20-point deficit. It's just
All right, bro. All right, bro.
it's just crazy. So I have to give them credit as well. They keep fighting despite, they may not look like they the team that is gonna give you problems, but they'll come into your building and show you that they is the problem.
I promise you, the Pacers ain't scaring nobody. I promise you, bro. I mean, they got a couple players, and Tyrese Halliburton has to play at a great level right now, passing the ball. Say he has 40 plus assists over the last 3 games and no turnovers, man. I wish a certain player on my roster right now with Lakers, had that ability, to pass the ball without turning the ball over. Now, I'm not even just talking about Rich, He's my favorite player, LeBron. I'm gonna give him, I'm gonna get on him too because he been turning the ball over as well. But unlike Russ, he do perform well, and give me other aspects. But he's still turning the ball over as well. But the Pacers back, they ain't scaring about it, bro. And Buddy Hield finna be gone as well as Miles Turner. And they finna be a Laker. So you wanna do all that and talk about it. But I think we need to talk about Portland too, because I think that they go under the book too. And Damon not even playing right now, and they winning the games and playing at great level with Anthony Simons and Jeremy Grant. They playing great right now, man. And just imagine if Dame get back healthy, then what's gonna be scary too.
Yep. I'd have to agree with you on that. I'm surprised you didn't put the Lakers in there in some fashion, just because they did kind of turn the season around a little bit. They getting back to where they need to be. I mean, they're gonna be a playoff team, I feel. And I feel like you wouldn't want to play them in the first round. I mean, that's just whoever is at the top of the West. I don't think you want to play the Lakers with 3 all-star caliber players, and especially not if they're playing at their best whenever you play them. So I think
I think the playoffs is different, bro, because nobody want to play LeBron in the playoffs if we're being honest, just because of his experience. But I think the problem for us is just gonna be making the playoffs. If we make the playoffs, then I think we can win it all. But right now, if the struggle is making the playoffs, just with the West kind of deep right now, so, and everybody win that you don't expect to be winning. So just trying to get a playoff spot and to maintain it is gonna be that's my biggest fear right now. Because if we can make the playoffs, bro, nobody want to play LeBron and AD, a healthy LeBron AD. Nobody want to do that to themselves. Even with the lack of shooting that we do have, I think LeBron can overcome that with his knowledge and expose certain areas of that. So in that aspect, them 2 players are scary, but I can't say the Lakers are scary or surprising me because they're not. They're doing exactly what I thought they were going to do with this roster up now. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of teams, like we saying, it's a lot of teams that got like a fighting chance to, make it into the playoffs. So, they just got to keep fighting. And speaking of fighting, man, and, in Houston, it was about to be a fight because, DeJounte Murray and a couple of players on the Houston side, they was getting at it, because it was a very close game and a lot of people was doing some antics that they shouldn't have been doing and, should have probably got technical fouls for, but, we ain't going to say nothing about DeJounte Murray. But what do you think about that? Do you think that this showed the Rockets' toughness, or do you think that this was just, something funny for people to laugh at?
Definitely wasn't nothing to show that toughness because they ain't tough, my boy. Nobody on that roster is like that. You feel me? But I definitely think it was very entertaining, especially for me. I love it. Like I love stuff like this. Like the antics, I love when people fight. Well, not fight, but like push or shove, get in their face. I love like it just brings everything up and brings all the energy up, man, and gets everybody riled up for the next matchup. Cause like everybody go want to come to this game just because we're having this game. So Atlanta versus Houston, this game is gonna be packed out, and I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be another performance from Trey and DeJounte as they did last. Combined for 83 points, bro. And then with JG and KPJ, hey, it might be back and forth, all game. So that's why I expect now. So I think it's a new rivalry, new beef now. Until offseason, because everybody will be friends offseason. But I love it, bro. I love stuff like this. How you feel coming from a Houston Rockets fan?
I was very impressed by my team in this game just because, the Hawks was doing a lot of stuff that, I mean, you would think that they just running over the league and just doing whatever that they think that they're doing. I just was like, dang, like my Rockets kind of showed me that they do have a side of them that's like real tough and like can come back from anything, you know, because that it's hard. It's hard to like keep your composure when people doing little bitty things to get mad at you. Like Dejounte Murray shooting threes, tapping Barry in the back of his head. Like, come on, bro. We playing basketball. Like this is basketball. We ain't trying to embarrass people on the court, bro. We all make money. We all play. And so, like, I think I'm glad that it came out the way that it was. You know, as soon as he did that, Jabari went down there and made a couple more threes and made the game interesting. Then Jalen Green, you know, he was getting into it with Trae Young, and then after that, he started going off. So I mean, and he got like he's doing, got the last wave at him. So I think it just shows that like when you light a fire under this team, they can do a lot of things that you know we've been looking forward to them doing, and that might be the reason why Coach Silas might have to get out the door because he not lighting that fire under them that they need to play every game. But that's just
it's not always the coach's fault. It's not the coach's fault, bro. He not out there playing. They out there playing. They got the ball in their hands, man. He just drawing up the X's and O's. You can't do that, man. Every time something go wrong, they want to blame the coach. Blame the players. They don't want to play in the game. Blame them.
No, he gotta go. He gotta go. He's just not the coach for this team. This young team has a lot of talent. We got talent all across the board. There's nothing he could say that we don't have. And for some reason, we're not winning the games. I have to lead it to coaching. They're going out there. They're not playing like they have a clue of what they want to do on offense. It's just pass to this, man. You ISO, do this. It's no set plan of what they want to do on offense. And that leads to the coach. I'm not the type of person that just blame everything on the coach. But this, in fact, is about the coach.
I don't agree with you, bro. I don't think that's fair. That's not fair to the coach because what can they do besides draw the play and motivate them in a way? He not going out there and, you know, shooting the ball. They have to make the plays. He draw it up. They got to run it, and they got to go out there and make the shot and be in position to win. I mean, the most he can do, the most he got control of is the rotations. That's all I say. If he's not putting people that need to be out there, which I do think Jay Gup needs to be out there more and see more minutes because he do provide another aspect of shooting and craftiness. But besides that, bro, I think there's a cop out, bro. They not performing. Because last year, when they was on the street, the coach wasn't a problem then, was he? No. Exactly, bro. So you telling me tomorrow, if they start the streak right now, it's still gonna be the coach's fault. They just gotta find that groove, bro. They're still young, bro. They're a young team. They veteran is Eric Gordon, bro. Eric Gordon, he's about to get them riled up to go play a game every night. Will he not producing like he should be? First of all, he's not the same player that he was, in my opinion. I think he should be out the league. He not producing at the high clip that he should. So get him going. Let's get him going.
Out the league, though?
Out the league. Go overseas with Dwight and get my brother Dwight another shot because Dwight over there putting numbers into wine. Come on, bro.
We was having a big topic about this earlier. We was having a little talk. We was seeing if, you know, the LSU Tigers had a chance to make the college football playoff, but as we see now, that's not going to happen. But what do you think that they should try to do?
He said it's possible. So what they got now? Explain to them. Tell them what you told me earlier. What do the LSU Tigers have to do to be in the playoff contention?
All right. I'm going to keep it 100. If Georgia is at number 1 and we beat the number 1 team in the league, I feel like you got to have us in there. But you can't just beat them because now we stand at number 14. I just seen the new rankings that came out, and we number 14. If we beat Georgia, and this is the score that I say we have to hit, we have to hit 35-17. If we win 35-17, we have to be in the top 4. Because at that point, you beat Bama. You didn't beat Tennessee, but you're going to beat the team that just beat Tennessee, which is Georgia. And you're beating the top-ranked team. So at that point, after the game, like I say, you're going to give the mic to Brian Kelly, and he's going to tell y'all we just beat the best team in the league, and then we're gonna go and be the top 4, and we're going to go to the college football playoffs. What you think?
Delusion. You got to be real, man. LSU had a great season, man. Like nobody expected y'all to do this good. I know I didn't, but I'm proud of y'all for what y'all already did. We beat Bama, we beat Ole Miss, we beat Florida, we not beat Tennessee. You know, that was kind of sad. But I got the rest of the field twice, and against Bama, like I besides 2019, I would never thought we'd beat Bama again. So that was a great feeling. and I'll never get that back. So, player position, no shot, but great season for the fellas. Nobody expected this, so kudos to you and Brian Kelly in his first season. So I expect greater things in the future with BK as the head coach. Jaden come back probably, and we're gonna have some more transfers. Hopefully that will help us get back and player contention for next season. But we got this one game left in Georgia, so hopefully they can go out there and put up a great fight. Just make some stuff interesting. Just gives it. I'll be proud if I hear them like maybe LSU could have did this. Like maybe they have a better shot. Feel me? Over people like TCU, Penn State, Washington, people that's above LSU right now in the rankings that I just want to hear them in the conversation. That man, LSU probably got a better shot of beating this team than they do. Just make me feel better about myself, better about my team. If we beat Georgia, they deserve something. They deserve some kind of kudos, some kind of pat on the back. Because Georgia like that, and LSU we not. But it is what it is. Great season. Hats off to them boys. As always, go Tigers, man.
Well, speaking of coaches, Deion Sanders, it looks like it's some other college football teams that are looking at him to take on their head coach position and other coaching positions as well. Do you think that it would be a smart move for him to leave Jackson State?
Well, it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into it. But I mean, we ain't doing such a great job of rebuilding a place. Everybody gonna want you, and then it's Deion Sanders. Like he's such a likable person, and he's just the kind of person that everybody wants to be around, and he just motivates everybody. And everywhere he go, it's just positive. So why wouldn't you want that on your team? Why wouldn't you want that in a head coach? So if I'm a school and I'm over school right now, of course I want a coach like Deion Sanders. But if I'm Deion Sanders, I gotta think about it on a bigger aspect because he already said he don't want to go to NFL. And for him to bring the big old spotlight to HBCU and then leave and to go to Colorado, I don't think that's a good look. So I think he need to go and finish what he started because everybody has been very appreciative of him going out and taking the stands on HBCU and just bringing them all the attention that they've been deserved and trying to change the aspect of and get them back to an equal standpoint. So I definitely think he should stay and keep on progressing and making HBCUs better and bringing more opportunities for him. So I really hope he stays. And then he got people that he recruited there. So if I'm the player, I came here for you, in a way. So I want you to stay. And I know he has a connection with his player. And then he got 2 sons on the team. So why leave? And his daughter play on the basketball team. So I definitely think he's going to leave. And it's going to be very shocking if he does. But I really hope he stays because that's one of the best things that ever happened to them. And he not just making them better, he making all the HBCUs better. And not just HBCUs, all the universities looking at us and they happy just to see us winning. It's not often that black people win. So just seeing us win is beautiful from a black man to the world, man. I just want Deion Sanders to stay and just keep on shining our light, man, because the world needs to see this. How you feel about it?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. The main thing that I was thinking about when I heard the rumors about it was the fact that he had such a great impact on not only Jackson State but the SWAC in general. I feel like there's been a lot more coverage on the conference just because you have a staple like him coaching a team that's doing really well in the conference. So I think that if he were to leave, it would kind of leave a bad taste in everybody's mouth because it's kind of like you use this to propel you to get to a bigger position instead of just staying there and helping black players be successful and continuing on. I think that that's a powerful position he has there to move on from that to a bigger position. Even though it's a bigger position at a college team, it might be a downgrade as far as impact. So I think that it would have to be the right situation, but I don't really see it happening. So,
all right, guys, welcome back. Time for the Black Spotlight, and we can start by Braxton getting his Black Spotlight first.
All right, so my Black Spotlight for this week is a former NFL player, tight end. His name is Shannon Sharp. You may have seen him on Undisputed. He's got a lot of accolades as an NFL player, but now he's transition into talking about sports from playing sports. And I'd have to say, like, it's people like him who are inspiring for people like myself, just because, you can tell there's a love for the game. And not only is there love for the game, but like he brings his joyous spirit to the show. It just always has me laughing. I was watching his funny moments yesterday and it had me cracking up. He bring his Hennessy or whatever he got going on. So it's always fun. And, I'm glad to see that not only people can make it in sports, but use sports to pivot into other careers and keep, being successful. So I would like for him to be my black spotlight this week.
Most definitely, bro. Shout out to Club Say. I'm always tuned in, man. And hey, keep fighting for Skip Bayless, man. Cause I love when we get on him. Skill. Killing me, boy. For my black spotlight, I chose John Whitfield, other known as DC Young Colar. Yeah, I bet you ain't know that one. That boy name is John. Oh, we got a John on the podcast too. On Colar. But the reason I chose DC Young Fly because I just watched him grow. I'm happy to see young black man winning. I love, man, and just from watching him on Vine every day to being one of the best stars on Wild 'N Out with Nick Cannon, man. Then YouTube to him being a singer/rapper now, and then being a big actor now, just getting more opportunities. I love him, man. So he's one of the funniest people in the world right now, one of the best comedians, man. He had the whole Instagram thing, had the Instagram world going crazy with the you mean boy, all that. So, it's just great to see him. Then he from Atlanta, so a lot of love everywhere for him, man. So shout out to DC, man. Keep doing your thing, keep making us laugh, man. And that was our Black Spotlight moments, man. So we thank y'all for tuning in this week. Hope to see y'all next week. And we ask that you keep on sharing, keep on watching us, keep on watching the world of sports, man. We love y'all. We thank y'all. Brax, what you got for them?
Like you said, thank you for joining us this week, and we'll see y'all next week for sure.
Who that?